Hello everyone, today I'm going to share with you guys how to make these really cute and very easy gender reveal conchas. As well as I'm going to be sharing some tips that I have learned along the way in my concha making journey and hope that it helps you guys out too. If you guys want to learn more about concha decorating, I have a couple of tutorials where I show you how to make paste, piping paste, as well as concha paste and decorating tutorials. I will place a couple of them at the end of this video so you guys could go and watch them. I'm starting off with my supplies. Here I have white, blue, and pink concha paste. I also have all-purpose flour. I have a 1-inch cookie cutter, as well as two different sizes of question mark. My plan was to use both of them into my design, but the small one was giving me a very hard time, so I just used the bigger one. I also have a couple of letter cutters which I use to spell out boy and girl, and I also have a brush to poke out the concha paste from the small letter cutters, as well as my dough ready to go. I'm starting off by rolling out my dough just a little bit with my hands, making sure that I'm not making it too thin. And I'm rolling out my paste and making it fairly thick and placing it right in the middle. Now, you do not want to roll your concha dough or spread it out too much, because then the color is going to seep through if it's too thin. And right here is the perfect example. Right now you guys are going to see how the color is seeping through because I stretched it out too much. So you do not want to do that. The other one came out better because I did not stretch my dough too much. Here I'm doing the same thing, doing the two colors. And if this does happen where the color is seeping through the dough, use that part as the part that you're going to put your concha paste on top, if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So use that where it's showing the color for the top. I'm going to start off with my first design, just rolling out some concha paste with my hands and making it like a small tortilla, placing it on top and then pushing it down to attach the two things together. I will be scoring my concha with the round 4-inch cookie cutter, just making very thin lines, making sure that I'm not going all the way through the concha paste. Now you guys may ask, why do I not want to score all the way through the concha paste? And the reason why is because I have found that when you're doing any kind of design on top of a concha, you want your concha paste to spread enough for your dough to rise, but you don't want it to spread too much where your whole design is going to get messed up. It has happened to me too many times where I cut my concha paste all the way through and then I've done my design on top. I have let my concha rise the appropriate amount of time before placing it in the oven to bake, and when they come out, all my design is spread all through the sides and it's just totally messed up. So if you want to avoid that, do not score your concha paste all the way through. Another helpful tip that I have found, and I have shared this in other tutorials, is when I'm doing small letters like this, I like to roll out my concha paste, place it in the freezer for about 40 to 45 minutes, and then cut out my letters, and it makes it so much easier to just take the letters out. This is a great tip for the summer. If you're doing conchas in summertime, this paste will give you such a hard time when you're trying to cut out small designs or small letters like these. You will have a very hard time trying to take them out. So as I said, if you're planning to do small designs, roll out your paste, let it sit in the freezer for a good 45 minutes. It's never gonna freeze all the way through because this dough does not freeze, but it's gonna make it easy enough for you to cut out letters and pop them out with whatever you're using to pop them out. For my last design, I'm just mixing the two colors together. And for my last helpful tip is, I cannot stress enough how important it is to let your conchas rise after decorating. They usually take around 45 minutes to an hour before you could pop them in the oven. If you don't, the perfect example, I was being very impatient and I did not let my conchas rise enough, and I did not get the consistency that I usually get in my conchas. So do not forget to let them rise after decorating. Don't forget to go and watch my other videos, and thank you for watching.